In this video, I'm going to talk about the parallels between the fourth phase of water and the fourth state of consciousness. We all know waking, dreaming, and sleeping states of consciousness, but there's a fourth state of consciousness, which is you as an unbounded field of awareness. We all know solid, liquid, gas phases of water, but there's actually a fourth phase of water called easy water, which is found in human cells, as well as probably animal cells and in fruits and vegetables, probably any living thing. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Dr. Kat Lewis, and I use the principles of lifestyle medicine and the Vedic science of consciousness in order to help spiritually minded people achieve higher states of mental, emotional, and physical health, knowing that the health of the physical body and the state of the nervous system are essential for achieving higher states of consciousness, and that means more of understanding of who you are and what this physical reality actually is. So what I find so fascinating about this is that discovering the fourth phase of water and the fourth state of consciousness in parallel. Now, the fourth state of consciousness has been understood for thousands of years, but only by a few, whereas right now there's a massive awakening, and so people are starting to understand themselves not as this physical body, but as a body of consciousness. So the fourth state of consciousness is something that's called samadhi. It's when you stop thinking you're just this individual consciousness centered here, and you start understanding that you are actually a field of consciousness. This empty space that we think is empty is not empty. We just can't see it with our physical senses unless we achieve higher states of consciousness. I've talked about that in other videos, so check them out. But for now, I just want you to understand that there's this field of energy around us, and it's actually us. We believe we're just the physical body, but we can start to awaken to the understanding and start to feel ourselves as this entire field. And when we do, because this energy that's inside this field, even though we can't see it with our physical eyes, our physical senses, this energy is actually what's creating our physical body. So when we cohere with it, when we put our attention on it and start to sense it and feel it and allow ourselves to relax into it, we allow more energy from this field that has infinite amounts of energy. Scientists have found that in one sugar cube volume of space, it's about 10 to the 93 grams per centimeter cubed. And that was a renormalized value. It's really infinite. It's just they had to reduce it to that value so they could had a number to work with. So this energy is actually what's creating the atoms that make up your physical body. So when you allow yourself to expand into it, more of that energy can flow through the physical body, and it gives health to the physical body. So we've been taught to focus on the physical body as ourselves, and we've been taught to focus on the material objects that are appearing inside this field of consciousness. So we didn't realize it was here. And when we didn't realize it was here, we can't utilize it. It's always here. We're never separate from it. But if we don't put our attention on it, it's not alive to us. We can't utilize it. And that's the same with the water in the body. If you open up any biology book, in the first chapter, it'll say that water is important for life, but then we don't focus on it the rest of the time. We've been focusing on the RNA, the DNA, the proteins. We haven't been focusing on water, which is like space, like this space. Water is ubiquitous throughout the entire physical body, and the structure of water is important for the function of the cell, as well as the energy of the cell. So if we don't focus on the water, then all the DNA, the proteins, they can't perform their functions. Again, just like focus on matter, but not on what's the source of matter. It's this empty space. And what's the source of the function in the physical body? It's the water. Another parallel between that is it's this space, right? So if atoms are 99.99999% space, that means we are mostly space. And space is really who we are, right? We're formless spirits. That space is really who we are, and that space is transferring energy to the water, and the water is communicating that information, which then determines how the physical body manifests. It's really incredible. So if you like this content, please give me a thumbs up. That was hard to do, to put all of that information in 5 minutes or less. So please give me a thumbs up. Please like, share so others can benefit, and follow me for more information. Ask any questions too.